Are viruses living or non-living? A question that continues to stir up intrigue and debate in the scientific community. Viruses are unique entities. They blur the lines between what we traditionally categorize as living and non-living. They exhibit characteristics of both, yet fully belong to neither category. These microscopic particles aren't considered cells or microorganisms, but are referred to as acellular particles. They don't possess the basic structural components that characterize a conventional living entity. Yet, they're not entirely lifeless either. When in contact with a suitable host, they spring into action, showing a fundamental biological trait: the ability to replicate and pass on genetic information to future generations. This duality of existence makes viruses a fascinating subject of study. So, as we delve deeper into this topic, remember that viruses are a unique entity, not quite fitting into our typical categories of living or non-living. A virus is an obligatory parasitic infectious particle, possessing only one type of nucleic acid and requiring a host cell's mechanism to replicate. This unique nature of viruses sets them apart from other biological entities. They don't fall neatly into categories of living or non-living. Instead, they occupy a curious middle ground. Viruses are not just simple entities that can infect your body and make you sneeze. They are, in fact, the most abundant biological entities on our planet. They are everywhere, in the air we breathe, in the water we drink, even in the soil beneath our feet. Their ubiquity is a testament to their incredible adaptability and survival skills. But let's delve a bit deeper. Viruses are not only incredibly abundant, they're also incredibly diverse. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they can infect all life forms, from the smallest bacteria to the largest whales, from plants to humans. Nothing is immune to viral infections. This ability to infect all life forms speaks volumes about their versatility and adaptability. Moreover, viruses are not a recent phenomenon. They have been around for a very long time, probably longer than any other form of life. Many viral strains are believed to have existed through all the eons and epochs. Imagine that. These tiny entities have seen the rise and fall of dinosaurs, the evolution of mammals, and the emergence of human civilization. They have infected the very first living cells and are still infecting current life forms. In the grand scheme of things, viruses are not just little infectious agents. They are ancient, adaptable, and ubiquitous. They exist in staggering numbers and display an astonishing variety. They have been around since the dawn of life, and they will probably continue to exist as long as there is life on Earth. Thus, a virus is a versatile entity capable of infecting any life form, from the earliest living cells to the current life forms. Biologists describe viruses as a borderline between chemistry and life, or between living and non-living. This fascinating perspective sheds light on the complex nature of viruses and their unique position in the realm of biological entities. Viruses exhibit certain characteristics akin to living organisms. For instance, they carry genetic material in the form of DNA or RNA, similar to other life forms. Additionally, inside a host cell, they can replicate and multiply, a fundamental feature of life. However, when we delve deeper, we find that viruses lack many attributes typically associated with life. For one, they don't possess the basic structural components of cells, such as a nucleus, cytoplasm, or organelles. This absence of essential cellular structures is a major factor that sets viruses apart from other microorganisms. Furthermore, viruses are devoid of metabolic machinery. Unlike living organisms that can independently carry out metabolic activities, viruses are dependent on their host cells to replicate and synthesize proteins. This dependency implies that viruses are not truly autonomous entities, but rather they borrow life from their hosts. In the absence of a host, viruses are inert. They show no signs of biological activities and can be regarded as organic particles composed of nucleic acid and protein. Yet, when they come into contact with a suitable host, they spring into action, displaying signs of life as they replicate and pass on their genetic information. It's this remarkable ability to switch between an inert state and a state of replication that puts viruses in a unique gray area between living and non-living. This gray area continues to intrigue and challenge scientists, sparking ongoing debates and fueling further research into the mysterious world of viruses. So, are viruses living or non-living? The answer is not as clear-cut as we might have hoped. Viruses are unique entities, occupying a gray area that blurs the line between life and non-life. They exhibit traits of both living and non-living things, and their ability to exist in this way is truly fascinating. They are not cells or microorganisms, but acellular particles capable of affecting all life forms. Therefore, while we cannot definitively categorize viruses as living or non-living, we can appreciate their unique nature and their significant role in the biological world.